Yeah, hi Arpita.
Hello.
Yeah, Arpita, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, how you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
How's you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, we are running a bit of delay. I know, but you can take as much of your time because anyways after your session we have the lunch time. So if you require some extension in your session, then you can go for it.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So so you can introduce about yourself and the session you are going to talk about, and
Yeah.
meanwhile you can share your screen so that I can put up on this screen.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, Arpita, you are live.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, it's
Hello.
visible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hi everyone. So here in this session we are going to discuss like how to build the machine learning model using Microsoft Azure. So I'll give you the overall view how to process what are the pipelines and other things. So let's start. First, I'll give my brief introduction. I'm Arpita Gupta. I'm working as a data scientist in Accenture. I have done my post graduation from BITS Pilani. So you can reach out to me through different links on LinkedIn, Twitter, Quora, and also you can check out my post on the letthedataconfess.com where I keep machine learning related stuffs and all. So let's start now. So, for agenda of this session is we need to first understand that what we need, why do we need cloud services for machine learning. Then we will discuss that why Microsoft Azure we use machine learning services offered by it. What are the features? Third thing, we will discuss that how the machine learning model is to be designed, what are the pipelines, and how to access the Microsoft Azure ML resources because Microsoft provides various services. So, how to access machine learning one. Then we will build the machine learning model on the cloud, and then we will see how to deploy our model after building. So, let's start. So, first we need to understand that why do we need cloud services for machine learning. There are mainly two reasons for this because whenever we use the traditional resources like local machine on the Jupyter notebooks and all, first it takes too much time. Computing time is very high if the data set is huge in that case, or maybe other problems are also there, like if our machine doesn't have that much RAM and all. And also one more problem is the storage issue, like if we are training some computer vision data set, the data is very high, generally in GBs and all. So in that case, it's really impossible when we are training multiple models to store every data on the local machine. So these solutions are provided by the cloud services. So first thing is when we use cloud services for machine learning, they provide access to the hardwares like computer graphics cards like Nvidia's graphics card. So for using those devices, using those hardwares on the server, we can increase our efficiency or we can decrease the computing time. And it's not possible in the real time that we can buy these hardwares because these are very costly. But through the cloud services, we can access them in a cheaper price. And also we can store our data on the cloud so that we can access anytime from anywhere. So these are the main two reasons that for which we use cloud services. Second thing is how what are the features of Microsoft Azure machine learning service? Because without this, we can't say okay why to use only Microsoft Azure services only. So first thing is it's a easy deployment because through Microsoft Azure, we don't need any additional software to install. only one portal is there. We just need to check that, we need to update everything from that portal. There is no hardware maintenance, anything is required for Microsoft Azure ML service. Second thing is it's fully managed, because everything is given at the proper place, from where we can access different cognitive services, ML services, and other things. Third thing is integrated. Integrated means we have provided drag and drop option also. We have connected interface for the data science. So some things are like for common tasks, like we don't need any other requirements. We don't need any other resources also. Fourth thing is best collection of ML algorithms, because in Microsoft Azure, all these ML algorithms are integrated, so that whatever algorithm we use for model building or deployment, we can access from this portal itself. So next we have to check what are the pipelines for designing machine learning models, because if a machine learning model has to be designed, either it's a local machine or it's a cloud, there is some particular steps that we need to follow for that. First is we need to understand the problem, like what is the business use case, because no one will say, okay, you have to do the fraud detection, do this is the data, and you have to classify. No one will say that. We need to understand what are the business problem, and that can be solved from the AI. Second thing is, once we have understood, okay, I have to solve this problem using machine learning. Now how we can access the data required to solve this problem. For suppose if I take the fraud detection data case, I need users details, transaction details, their IDs and timings and other things also. So for that we need to check open source data, or maybe sometimes it happens that client provides that data. Once, okay, now I have acquired the data, now I have to do the cleaning, and I have to do feature selection also. So data cleaning and feature selection is important, because it's not necessary that all the time you will get the data is in a structured form. Mostly it happens that you will get the data in unstructured form, where you will find so many missing values, some null values also. Maybe some data is in numerical format, some is in labels, or in the form of text. So we need to refine it. We need to select the relevant features that are used for the machine learning model. Then we will go for training the model. Okay, I have done the cleaning part. Now what's the next? We need to train the model using machine learning algorithm. So there are multiple machine learning algorithm. It depends our use case. It depends on the data, which will be the best suitable for our task. Fourth thing is test and validate the model. I have trained the model. I have stored those data that the model has been trained on. After that, we need to test and validate the model. Okay, if whatever I have fed it in the network, in the machine learning model, is it giving the right output or not? For that, we need to check it on the different data. After, when its testing and validation is done, we need to deploy it. Deploy means we have to keep it on such platform from where it can be directly accessed, because if we are using the real time scenario, it's not possible that every time we need to train it from the scratch. For suppose if I take the example, if I am doing object detection, so if I'll start training the model again and again, then it will take time, and it will give you the real time of detection. So in that case, we need to deploy it so that I can access it from anywhere. There will be no need of version control or any other problem. So for this, now till now we have understood that how this machine learning model has to be designed. Either it will be on cloud or it will be on local machine. Now we have to check like how to access this ML resources from the Microsoft. So first we need to go on the portal.azure.com. After that, we will create a resource. Because we are using ML services, we have to create machine learning resource. When you click on it, it will show you it will ask you different things, like which resource scripts you want, what is the workspace name, reason is usually defined because from which region you want to access the hardware. So it depends, it gives you multiple options. And after that, Workspace Edition. It provides two editions, that is Basic and Enterprise. So pricing are different for both the editions. It depends your choice, your requirement, and your budget, that which edition you want to use for Workspace. Next is, when you are done with this, it will ask you to create and review the model. After that, it will show you, okay, your deployment is complete. It means you have created the workspace. So creation of workspace means it's a kind of, you have created the project where you can keep your all the files, where you can keep your trained model or deployment files, so that whenever you need it, you can access from here. So this is the process to access the Microsoft Azure ML resource. Now we have done two things separately. First, we have designed the model. We have created the Azure workspace. Now we need to check how to build the model. So first, for this process, first we need to create the compute target. Compute target means it may be on the cloud or it may be on the local machine. It means it's a place from where we can train the model, or we can feed the data and we can start the process. Once it's decided, like for suppose if you have enough space and you have started training on the local machine, but you need to connect it to the workspace is the place, as I mentioned before. So you need to connect the workspace to the target. Once it's done, you have to define the dependencies is used for you suppose if you are using the local machine Python version 3.6, some different version of scikit-learn, TensorFlow, and other libraries you are using, you have to tell the Microsoft Azure that, okay, I am using these dependencies, these versions, these are the libraries, so that whenever the cloud has to use this model or deploy it further, it can use those dependencies and those versions only. After that, once we have done this, we have to create the experiment. Experiment means it's a kind of testing the model or validating the model. Okay, we have trained the model, is it okay or is it working fine or not? After that, once we have created the experiment, we have to start the run process. Run process means it's just a start of the process, like how it's being to deployed and all, and then we have to complete the run process. This is the overall view of the machine learning model. So for if you see the view, we have already created the workspace, we have already created the machine learning model. Now the remaining thing is we need to deploy the model. So in the next slide, we will learn how to deploy the machine learning model. So for this process, I'll tell you the how process has to happen. First, we need to register the model. What happens when we train the model? It will create a pickle file. In that, the weights of the models are already saved. We need to register that model so that okay, training model is once saved. So whenever I need to use it or access it, I can directly pick it from there only. So first it's registered. Then we need to prepare for deploy. Deploy preparation means we are setting the configuration file, we are setting the deploy dependencies, and we are starting the or in that there's one Python script we need to write. In that run file and initialization file we have to mention. After that, once it's prepared, we need to deploy it on the compute target. Compute target is defined as on which service, which web service we need to use to deploy the model. It may be to the local machine where we are just connected with the local server, or it may be possible that we are using Kubernetes and other web services. So generally, if we are just checking or we are just using it for our own, generally we try to check it on the local web services. Next is we have to test. Okay, once it's deployed on the local web service, but if it's providing the accurate result or not, we need to check it by testing the model. So here, as I mentioned, that we need some files for the deployment preparation. So these are the files. First, we need a script to initiate and run the model. In that, we have to initialize the model, training model, and we have to dump that JSON file for the prediction, like which files we needed. And next is dependencies that we have to use. Configuration file for deployment. Actually, this file is generated when you create the Microsoft ML resource. At that time only, it will generate configuration file, and it will contain three resources. One is subscription ID, one is the resource name, one is the workspace name, so that you can access it from anywhere. So you need to mention that configuration file also while deploying. So this is the overall process uh, to build the machine learning model from scratch to the deployment. So this is the overall session. So if you have any questions or something, you can